Greater Nashville.
Woohoo, that's right. And I am Judy Alperin. I am his co-pilot. I'm the CEO of the Jewish Federation of Greater Nashville.
The tragic events from this weekend remind us that hate and intolerance are not isolated, nor are they indiscriminate. They are a pattern of premeditated behavior that not only grows, but also grows when left unchecked. We all have a shared responsibility to stamp out this behavior by shining a light on it. No one should have to weigh their safety against their identity, nor should our children bear the burden of fear these cowards desperately seek to instill. I am proud to live in a city and a state that takes this shared responsibility seriously. From our law enforcement, to our elected officials, to our beloved community members. Each have served as invaluable resources to our Jewish community, rooting out anti-Semitism in whatever form it takes or place it resides. The Jewish Federation stands with our friends here and around the community to demonstrate heroism through action. Please pause for a moment of silence.
Well, Chag Sameach to all. Happy Hanukkah and welcome. Let me start tonight by acknowledging the context of our gathering here. For the second time in the last 3 years, as we just spoke about, we gather here with heavy hearts for our Jewish brothers and sisters around the globe, processing another senseless act of terror. And people of Jewish faith have gathered here just like places like this and targeted. And now we move beyond that and we bring in the light and we celebrate together. And it's my honor to join Mayor O'Connell, members of the Metro Council, and all of you at this great celebration of hope. This 8-day Festival of Lights is observed by the Jewish people around the world and marks the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem in the 2nd century after it was liberated. It also offers us all a moment of reflection. Before we introduce our first guest, I want to give a great shout out to our friends from the district who are serving up some hot chocolate and treats. And it's my guess that you probably already know that wherever you follow kids, excitement is to follow as well. So the district is a nonprofit organization dedicated to economic and community revitalization of Broadway, 2nd Avenue Riverfront, and Printers Alley. Can everybody give them a big round of applause? And I want to offer our deepest thanks and appreciation to the Metro Nashville police officers and their leadership who are not only keeping us safe tonight, but each and every day. They are amazing, and we could not be more grateful. Well, now it's really my privilege to start our ceremony tonight by introducing my friend and colleague, Ari Dubin, the Executive Director of Vanderbilt Hillel, who will offer some opening remarks.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with you to celebrate Hanukkah and to find community together. I'm sure I'm not, as we've already seen, I won't be the only person tonight who found themselves frantically rewriting their remarks in light of yesterday. And I hope you'll bear with me as I share a story that doesn't have anything specifically to do with Hanukkah on the surface. One day, a righteous person came to Sodom. He knew what Sodom was, so he came to save it from sin, from destruction. He preached to the people, do not be murderers, do not be thieves, do not be silent, and do not be indifferent. He went on preaching day after day for years, but no one listened. Finally, someone asked him, Rabbi, why do you do that? Don't you see it's of no use? He said, "I know it is of no use, but I must, and I will tell you why. In the beginning, I thought I had to protest and to shout in order to change them. I've given up that hope. Now I know I must picket and scream and shout so that they should not change me." Regardless of one's faith, each of us join with our faith communities to pray, to commune with the Holy One, to be at peace, to share life's meaning with friends, family, and our community. In those sacred moments, we create a refuge, a haven, a shelter, a place of safety. But yesterday, on what should have been a day of celebration and joy, ringing in the first night of Hanukkah, that religious observance was not a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace, but a scene of an attack. Just as that good man in the city of Sodom, we must picket and scream and shout against the hatred that is in our world. It may be too late to change them, but let's make sure they never change us. I wrote those words 7 years ago for a different vigil held by the students of Vanderbilt University after the Tree of Life Synagogue was attacked in Pittsburgh. I'm haunted by the fact that I was able to deliver these words again, almost word for word, and have done so at too many other vigils in the years between. But we did not gather today for a vigil to mourn yesterday's tragedies. We are together today to celebrate through our tears as we defiantly, publicly observe a holiday more than 2 millennia old. Hanukkah isn't simply a festival for remembering past victories over tyranny. It isn't simply a celebration of our people's continued survival despite centuries of hardship and pain. Hanukkah is the quintessential moment for Jewish joy, for hope and fellowship and happiness. Lighting these candles tonight is no doubt an act of defiance towards those that wish to silence and oppress us. But as we bring our joy and draw strength from our community and our togetherness, we hope for more. At the heart of our commemoration of Hanukkah is the lighting of the menorah, as we remember the miracle of the reconsecration of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. Though they had only enough oil to light the menorah for 1 day, it miraculously stayed lit for 8 days. However, as the 16th century scholar Rabbi Joseph Caro suggests, that is not actually the miracle of Hanukkah. The real miracle is that the high priest had the faith to light the menorah, the faith to believe that it would remain lit, and the faith that he was not lighting it in vain. During these difficult days, we must hold on to our faith and our determination that better days are ahead. We light the candles tonight to push away the darkness, knowing that it is only by letting in the light that we can see each other and stand together. I'm proud to stand here with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you for your wise words, Ari. This celebration of Hanukkah highlights all the ways that we can be a light for one another. Each of us has that light inside of us, that if we share it with others, will glow even brighter. If you think you have nothing to offer, try a smile or nod or just a quick hello. Open the door for someone. Say thank you. Even catching someone's gaze can create a magic moment and brighten someone's day. And here to brighten ours is the choir from Akiva School, which is here to perform Al Hanisim and Light One Candle.
Light one candle for the Nashville children. Give thanks that their lives
I think they need an extra special round of applause. Thank you so much, Akiva Choir. That was awesome. So tonight is the 22nd year of the lighting of the menorah, both here in the public square and at Riverfront Park. And we reflect now on the path that we've traveled and the path ahead. To guide us in that reflection, please welcome Michael Danziger, Senior Rabbi from the Temple.
Thank you, Judy, and good evening and happy Hanukkah to everyone. Mr. Mayor and Madam Vice Mayor, especially thank you for hosting this, for having us, and for your support of our community and your service to our entire greater Nashville. To all our Nashville neighbors, I'll use words that come from Scripture that so many of us share. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for all of us to be gathered here together. Our joy is mingled with sadness, as we have acknowledged, recalling Jewish lives taken in Australia by baseless hatred. Our hearts are with brothers and sisters there and around the world, but still we celebrate. And Hanukkah celebrates two parts of one story. One part is historical and one part spirit. The history. About 2,200 years ago in the land of Israel, a conquering empire had come to rule our homeland, took our freedom away, and took away our ability to express and teach and live our faith. We had been slaves before, and we had been freed, and we weren't going back. We weren't willing to give up either our commitment to who we are. We were badly outnumbered, but waged a military campaign and won a victory, winning back our freedom. Very much the same freedoms that we cherish right here in America. Freedoms of expression, of religious freedom, and self-determination. So that's the history part. The war waged for freedom, the battle won for liberty. The spirit part is that story of the miracle of light. After winning the freedom and taking back our temple in Jerusalem, rededicating that sanctuary by lighting its lamp with that tiny vessel of oil that lasted so much longer than it was supposed to. And now we kindle lights. We kindle these lights to remember that miracle and to brighten these nights at the darkest season of the year. Somehow, every year at this time, I find myself surprised that it's getting dark so early. I cannot get used to it. I don't know why. I don't like it. But it reminds me. It reminds me really well how easily darkness can spread and encroach, how it can seem to swallow up the whole world. When we light these candles, we remember how possible it is to push back the cold darkness with light and with warmth. We remember also that we too, every single one of us, is a vessel that can carry light. We are measurable. I'm about 6'2". We are measurable, but the light that we bring is beyond measure. Each of us can be bearers of the bright lights of love and kindness, of righteousness and mercy, of justice and peace. Every one of us is a vessel that carries all that holy light. Our ancestors knew it, and they fought for it generations ago. We know it too, and we light these lights to honor our past. We light them to brighten our own day and to rededicate ourselves to building the world of our dreams. So may this Hanukkah and this holiday season and the new year that is to come be happy, be healthy, and be peaceful. And may they be bright and warm, because each of us courageously chooses to make them that way. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi. I don't like the short days either. So with that, another great way to bring, in addition to the light, is to bring in the music. And we are excited to continue our family tradition of singing around Hanukkah. Despite the trials of history, the Jewish faith has remained strong, united, and resilient, with that same resilience celebrated in our Hanukkah story. And in Music City, what better way to show our joy than with even more music? So here to continue that celebration is Cantor Tracy Fishbein with Rick Kleiner and Mary Beth Stone on guitar, all from the Temple. And they'll be performing Ocho Candelicas, A Little Hanukkah, and Hanukkah, O Hanukkah.
So tonight, for all of our community, we have chosen 3 very different Hanukkah songs. One, a classic one that everyone knows. We hope you will sing along with us. Another, a little taste of Music City right here in Nashville, written by Mary Beth Stone. And the last one, a wonderful Hanukkah celebratory song in the language Ladino, which is a hybrid language, a mixture of Spanish and Hebrew, which I hope you will all sing along with as well. So please get ready to lift your voices and join our celebration in song. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Civil to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Sing it with us this time. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Civil to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was beautiful. And now I'm going to let you enjoy a song written by our very own Mary Beth Stone. Festival of lights. Oops. Not just one day, but 8 great nights. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, everybody loves a little Hanukkah. Hanukkah, everybody loves a little Hanukkah. Those Maccabees, they straightened out the Greeks. That all kept burning miraculously. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, everybody loves a little Hanukkah. Hanukkah, everybody loves a little Hanukkah. Go get you some latkes and Sufgan yo. Go spin that dreidel for chocolate gelt. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, everybody loves a little Hanukkah. Hanukkah, everybody loves a little Hanukkah. Hanukkah, Thank you, Mary Beth. I always love sharing the music of our community right here in Nashville, especially for these wonderful community events. So our last song, as I mentioned, is one that's a hybrid of Spanish and Hebrew in a language called Ladino. So I think you're going to catch on to this pretty quickly. The language is very similar to language that you've heard before, Spanish. And we're going to count to 8 for 8 little candles. Okay? Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Oh, una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, con alegría y placer. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, con alegría y placer. Oh, try it with me this time. Una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. Chag Urim Sameach, wishing you a wonderful Festival of Lights. Thank you, everyone. And thank you especially to Mary Beth and to Rick for joining me today.
Well, thank you, Cantor Fishbein, Rick, and Mary Beth. That was amazing. Before we welcome Mayor O'Connell to light the shamash, the helper candle, we have one more guest that I'd like to introduce you to. Please help me welcome Vice Mayor Angie Henderson.
Good evening. As I began to write my remarks for this year's lighting of the menorah, I knew they would be somewhat challenging given what a chaotic year this has been in Nashville, America, and in the world. These brief speaking assignments for annual community celebrations are important opportunities to reflect and convey a spirit of welcome and appreciation. I am grateful for the invitation and could not have imagined that right after I finished typing my words this weekend, such a horrifying tragedy of anti-Semitic terrorism would be perpetrated in Australia. When horrors happen oceans away, it is important that we not create further distance within our own community by becoming numb to the deep hurt and sadness, the psychic wounds and anxiety of our neighbors being repeatedly targeted for who they are, their ethnicity, their country of birth, or their religious faith. Perpetual mass casualties from gun violence in our schools, at parades and grocery stores, on beaches and during worship services, and the hateful ideologies and violent rhetoric that often spark them are so erosive to our civil society. And if we do not intentionally stand and bond together with one another, these waves of violence will undermine us all. So tonight, we come together to lift and hold the light of Hanukkah high above the tumult and the torment, and see the humanity, care, and concern in each other. As president of the Metro Council, I know all council members stand with the Jewish people of Nashville. Our council committee meetings are already in progress and ongoing this evening, so council members are joining us as they can. With those of you who were able to come outside, please wave hello. I know council member Coupin, Toombs, Ewing, and many others are here. As well, our elected officials, if you would please wave your hands. I heard Afton Bain is here. I saw Clerk Day. Elected leaders must never be silent about anti-Semitism. It is on the rise in all too familiar ways. Literal Nazis have stood on this public square and entered our city hall. So we must not be silent about fascism, and we must call anti-Semitic words and actions what they are without fear. I am learning in recent years that my heart can break again and again from hurt and sadness, but it will still keep beating. We must not harden our hearts. We cannot become desensitized. That is what the fascists want. They want us to dislike, distrust, fear, and hate each other, to destroy our common bonds of love, empathy, and humanity. Peace has been hard to cultivate this year, in our world at large and in our own hearts and minds. We seek warmth and light and endeavor to plant seeds and place candles that will result in harvests of peace and joy. Tonight may be somber, but it is also joyful and light-filled, and I would not want to be anywhere else than with the Jewish community this evening. As always, it is my privilege and pleasure to share these spaces and ceremonies with my friend and Nashville's mayor, the Honorable Freddie O'Connell.
Thank you, Madam Vice Mayor. And again, I will echo some of the thanks that have been offered tonight to our elected leaders who are here. I know Clerk Day, I saw our Register of Deeds, Karen Johnson, as well. Judge Blackburn is here, and I know so many others are as well. And Judy acknowledged them, but I do want to give a special moment of gratitude to our Metro Nashville Police Department for their constant support of our Jewish community. And then so many of our staff in the mayor's office also work with many partners like the district to make this possible. So thank you to Patrick Hamilton and our team in the mayor's office for helping pull off tonight's event with the partners. And Vice Mayor, you and honestly everyone has reflected on it, and I know the horror of Sunday's massacre at a Hanukkah celebration weighs heavy on us all. We have grieved with the Jewish community, yes, across the world, and we stand with our own Jewish community here. And I think one of the things that fills me with gratitude is not just that our children have come to sing and our adults have come together to celebrate, yes, from the Jewish community, but it's actually so important that we have people beyond the Jewish community coming to stand together in solidarity. So thank you to everyone who has come out here tonight to be a part of this celebration and to recognize the Festival of Light. And so, again, would you all just do me the favor of one more round of applause for the Akiva singers? And so, yes, it is important to reflect on the tragedy, but to remember and welcome and share joy. So happy Hanukkah, everyone. Welcome to Public Square and the city's 22nd Menorah lighting ceremony. Being present is a simple act, but it is more challenging in a digital age of endless distractions and devices that not only want your attention, but as we learned from Oxford's 2025 Word of the Year, rage bait, they want your outrage. And I love screens too. I was once a software developer, and I spend a lot of time at the movies as well, but increasingly I love moments like this when we can connect with each other in person and as chosen family. That's in many ways what cities actually are, choosing to be part of a big community, even in the cold, on a Monday night, and especially in this environment. I think it's so important to gather together. There's no place I'd rather be. It is the first rule of so many things that the power comes in showing up first, and that is what is special about our community here in Nashville. It's what sustains our endurance. It's what underpins our resilience as a community. We show up for one another, and I see it in the best of times, like our family's annual latkes party, and it's hard for me to eat anybody's latkes other than my mom's. She is going on 41 years of serving these to family and friends, and one of the most special moments last night, I was actually with Judy at a community first lighting of the candles for the first night of Hanukkah at Chabad, And I got home and had a pleasant surprise because my brother and I grew up celebrating Hanukkah every year in our household, learning the blessings, lighting the menorah. And it turns out our 8-year-old daughter had asked, she saw Hanukkah on the calendar and asked to get out the menorah before I even got home. And Whitney and our daughter lit the menorah on their own. And so I got to see this both in the community and as part of family. And I think those kinds of moments of tradition, recognition, curiosity are all fundamentally a part of the same thing. And we have heard it tonight. It is about the power of light over darkness. It is about the power of gathering and faith and the idea of hope, lighting better days ahead. And sometimes it is hard to show up for that. It is easier to understand the darkness and how it pushes us into isolation. And so tonight, what I look around and see is not just the brightness under these lights of all of you gathered here today, but I see an unwillingness to let darkness encroach further. The Maccabees didn't have a plan for their menorah problem. They had enough oil for one day, and they lit the menorah anyway. And you have heard how that happened. And ultimately what it is a miracle. It's everything. It's the decision to light the menorah in the first place, the decision to show up. And so I'm honored to be here with everyone to celebrate this faith together, the story of what happened more than 2,000 years ago. It is a part of history. It is a part of community. This ceremony calls on us not just to remember, but to do, to bring the light, not to let it diminish your own if there is darkness, to see the line that connects the history of this tradition to us, but to see it as a line of action, not just ancestry. So please continue showing up and participating in it. You know tonight is cold. We can be each other's warmth and light here tonight. We know there are vulnerable Nashvillians out there, and we are trying our best to serve them as well. But that is what this light is about. So on behalf of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County and all of our employees, we wish you and your families a happy Hanukkah. And now please welcome Rabbi Danziger back as he offers the blessing and we light the menorah together.
I'm going to invite everyone to join in and sing along before we sing the blessings. 2 blessings in Hebrew. I will tell you what they mean in English. Blessed are you, O God, ruler of the universe, who lifts us toward holiness with commandments and commands us to kindle the Hanukkah lights. That's the first one. Blessed are you, God, who did wonders for our ancestors at this season in those days. And I'll invite you to join in singing, and we will kindle that second bulb. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lechadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Amen.
Okay, and with that, and obviously an extra nod to height, thank you very much. We wish you all a light-filled, joy-filled Hanukkah. May the lights of the menorah bring warmth to your hearts, and may we all find peace and comfort and solace in the days ahead. Enjoy the evening.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit Nashville.